Is there such a thing as a right way to be educated for the job? And do you have any advice to young actors at university?
To be educated into acting?
Yeah.
No, I don't think there is a right way, no. I think that, a certain amount has to come naturally, really. And then you can hone in certain things, and of course, I learn every time I go on the job. But, I mean, no, there has to be that spark that is just, that other people, I suppose, really struggle with, and people that have it find it very easy, and it's just... Yeah, people who are very good at what they do in any field tend to find it initially easy, and then they're able to kind of focus in and just get better and better and better. So it all becomes about the details. So I suppose it's just like spotting initial talent and then knowing how to nurture that talent, really. I assume. I mean, I didn't do drama class, or I didn't go to drama school or anything. So I'm not actually. All my education is just from being on movie sets.
Yeah.
That's the way I did it. There's no set way of doing it. That's kind of one of the things that's quite nice about it.
Yeah, for sure. Just before we open up, I'll do some quick fire, if that's okay.
Okay.
Proudest project you've been in?
I like them all. They all have a place in my heart. It's hard to find pride. I mean, I'm always most excited about the one that's the most recent, so let's say Pistol.
Dream director to work with?
I don't know. Scorsese.
Dream co-star?
I think Christian Bale would be interesting.
Movie you wish you'd been in?
Battle of Britain.
And if you hadn't been an actor, what would you be up to now?
I don't know. There's lots of things I like to do, but I really don't know. I could be a pilot in the Battle of Britain. Or a mechanic. I don't know. I really don't know. There's lots of things I like, but as a career, I don't know. Or an engineer. I do like making things, designing things.
Do you still have a lot of fans sort of coming up to you saying, "Oh, you're the kid from Nanny McPhee"? And if so, do you see it as a sort of rather annoying thing that people see you as a famous child actor from like 15 years ago, where you have much more famous recent roles, or do you see it as a sort of heartwarming thing that fans sort of grew up alongside you from like 10 years ago?
I suppose the latter, really. You can't get annoyed. It's part of the job. It's always a little bit alienating when you get recognised, especially if you're not quite expecting it, because people come up to you like they know you and you don't know them. And sometimes it's a bit scary because you go, "Oh, should I know them? Do I know them? Have I met them once before?" And you go, "Oh no, I haven't." But no, I mean it's always a compliment for. Well, you have to see it like that anyway. I think as soon as you get annoyed, you spend your whole life being annoyed. Most people that come up to me are really lovely and are only saying nice things. So you can't get annoyed with someone saying nice things to you, even if it's the millionth time you've heard it. They're coming up and commenting on something that you've done. So in that case, I'm very proud that Nanny McPhee still gets played and that people still watch it and kids still love watching it. And then I meet kids that have grown up and that they say, "Oh, you were a big part of my childhood." I mean, that's a lovely thing. I enjoy it.
What did you think of the Thrones ending?
Of who?
Of the Thrones, Game of Thrones ending.
Oh. I haven't seen it. I hear it's really bad. And people are very unhappy about it. In fact, I haven't met anyone that thinks it's good. I had a great time on it. It's shot out in Ireland, which is stunning, beautiful, but very cold. I was always around some campfire in the middle of the woods, so it was always very wet and very cold. But it was great fun, and I came on season 3 and 4, which is kind of when a show's at its most fun, really. It's been picked up, it's got all the money thrown at it, all the cast are really happy. So I came into a very happy environment, and then I got a good death scene, which is all you can hope for in Game of Thrones.
First one is, when it came to Maze Runner, what was the most difficult scene that you had to film? And the second part is, what happened to your finger?
Okay, so part 1 is most difficult, did you say?
Yes, most difficult.
The most difficult in the second movie, which was Death Cure. The second movie, we had to do a lot of running in sand dunes, and I don't know if you've ever run in. I mean, running on sand is hard enough, but when you've got a almost 45-degree incline, it's nearly impossible in boots and in jackets and backpacks. It was really, really very, very hard work, and we were out in the sun. It was borderline dangerous with heat stroke, so we had to be very careful to keep hydrated all day long. And we'd come home, and in America they work you a lot harder in terms of hours. In England we work a lot less hours per day. In America some days we were working 20 hours, and it was just hard work. So that second movie was, and the name was quite. There was a lot of running involved, which is quite hard. This happened 2 days ago, I think. Yeah, not yesterday, day before. I like to cook, and I like tools, and so therefore I've got a really nice knife. I've got Japanese knives that I keep razor sharp because they're most effective that way. And I was just chopping up shallots, and I don't know why, I watched my hand jump and then go down, and it filleted a bit of my finger off, which was left on the chopping board. Didn't go into the cooking, thankfully. But yeah, that's what that is. A mistake.